everybody, it's Sherri Echols here with Milynda Hallermann again. We are at a special place today. We're with Roeschen.
That's right.
Yes, at Clean Eatz. This is his brainchild and inspiration, and we just had the most fabulous lunch here. So tell us, Jake, a little bit about what inspired you to start this here after you retired from the military.
Absolutely, yeah. So I did 10 years active duty military, and while I was on active duty, I was deployed in 2018 to Syria against the Defeat ISIS mission. And while I was there, I put on 30 pounds of bad weight.
Wow.
It was awful. And I did what every good American male does. I go on YouTube to solve all my problems. And so I tried to figure out how to lose weight. I couldn't lose weight. Long story short, I became a customer at Clean Eatz, and I went to these freezers, pulled out a meal, and noticed that all of our meals were labeled with the calories and the macronutrients. And long story short, I became a customer for Clean Eatz over the course of the next 6 months, and I lost 30 pounds of fat in 6 months. And so then I became a believer of our product, and then me and my wife thought about it, prayed about it, and over the next couple of years, we decided to invest, and here we are. That's a little bit about kind of what Clean Eatz is.
So did you do anything else besides just change what you were eating? Were you doing like a big workout program, or just kind of basically change your food?
I would argue that your health and wellness, as far as the physical side, is probably 80% nutrition and 20% going to the gym and working out and things like that.
Yep.
So
you are a walking testimonial.
I am.
Right.
Yep. And I'm not the only one. Yep. We helped a gentleman lose. He's a professor at Texas A&M. He's lost 70 pounds since he's been a customer here.
Wow.
Yep. And his diabetes has gone into remission. So it's really exciting.
That's
Oh
very
my gosh,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's true. You can reverse diabetes just by changing your lifestyle. I think on the workout side, it's important as we age. Milynda and I know this.
Yeah.
To do weight resistance workout for your bones, to keep your bones good and strong,
That's
and
very true.
your balance and all that as we get older. So this is awesome. And we can tell you the lunch we had was really tasty.
So
it was so good.
I had the turkey Cuban with no pickles.
That's right.
And it was still awesome. And apples and peanut butter as the side. And I cannot tell you how awesome that is, because I have not done that since I was little. And it's still really, really fun to have that as a side.
Yeah. I had the chicken turkey ranch wrap, or a flatbread, I guess it is.
That's right.
And it was just really, really good. I could eat a whole nother one. So you have meal plans and different things. It's not just a sit-down restaurant.
That's right. Yep.
So tell us about your program with the meal plans and special things you do.
Sure. Yeah. So long story short, so we are a healthy eating cafe. So we serve everything from burgers to bowls to wraps to flatbreads. And we, with all of our meals, we can show you the macronutrients and the calories that go into all those meals for any of our meals that we produce. And so the other part of our business, along with cafe, is we have our grab and goes. So we have 4 freezers against the wall, and there's over 80 different options available to you.
That's a lot.
And every single meal is labeled with how many calories, how many grams of protein, grams of fat, grams of carbs are in all of our meals. And basically the way it works is you can just pick out meals that match your lifestyle. Some bodybuilders come in and get our higher calorie items. Some people that are trying to cut and lose weight, they get our lower calorie items. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get at least 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal in order to be able to keep you full and content while you meet whatever fitness goal that you have.
Right.
And so that's our grab and go section. Our special is if you buy 10 meals, you get your 11th one free.
Nice.
And there's no sales tax with any of our meals. All of our grab and go meals are frozen. And but then our meal plan meals are a little bit different. All those meals are made fresh. And the beauty about those is they're made that week, and then those meals you order online between Tuesday and Sunday, then come pick up your meals Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then that is the best bang for your buck. If you order 10 meals with us, it'll be $75 even, no sales tax. All those meals can go in your refrigerator for up to 5 days, and then they go in the freezer for up to 6 months after that. Yep, and our best deal is if you order 21 meals, the price goes down to $6.70 a meal, no sales tax.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, I've done the meal plans before online, and that is an amazing deal. And now I know the food is great because I just ate it. So there's an option to do all of that stuff local and veteran owned, which is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and they have other things too. We had some little dessert treats, and those are so good.
Those were
So delicious.
Buckeyes.
Also with all the macros written on that,
Yeah, like
you're going to know exactly what you're eating when you're here.
5 grams of protein in this yummy little bite. It was
Right?
awesome.
right, it all counts. And I see you've got some protein powders over here too. What kind of supplements are you offering?
Yep, we have multiple different options. So we have protein powders. We have vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Each of those servings, one serving of that has 25 grams of protein in it. But one thing that I would really like to highlight is we have protein coffee. And so our protein coffee has 20 grams of protein per serving. And the beauty of that is, instead of going to Starbucks and getting something that has a ton of sugar in it, it's not healthy for you.
Right.
Every serving of our Chike protein powder will have only 1 gram of sugar, and the rest of it's sweetened with stevia. And we can make it with almond milk, whole milk, or oat milk. That's right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good deal.
So it's like the coffee and the protein, and it's already sweet, and you just mix it, and
it's got caffeine.
At home, save money. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Awesome.
So what have we missed? What have I not asked you about? Tell us. Any other details?
I mean, we hit
cater.
just about
We hit it all.
We do.
Good.
We do.
Tell us about
cater.
catering.
Yeah, catering. Really, the big thing that we do with catering is we have our wrap platters. And so our wrap platters are the most popular. But basically, we make anything that's on our cafe menu, our buffalo wrap, our epic chicken wrap, our blackened salmon wrap. All those we can make fresh in-house, and then we can we put them in a box for you. We can put them in brown bag lunches and bring them straight to you. And we if you're in the BCS area, we deliver for free. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
So we're located right down from Hervey Washbangers. That'll be something people recognize. Your address is officially 1800B, is that right?
1800, yeah, Suite B, that's right.
Texas Avenue South in College Station. So come here as fast as you can. You're not going to believe how good this place is.
Yes. Come try lunch, and then I think you're going to do what I did and just leave with a bunch of other stuff to eat later.
Right? I'm taking some coffee for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so thanks to Jake for telling us all about Clean Eatz, not Clean Eggs, Clean Eatz. Seriously though, you guys got to try this place out. Food's just amazing. You know, most health food, especially when you're counting macros and stuff, you get all these recipes that are kind of a little weird, but these are not weird at all.
No,
it was really, really good.
You will leave full and happy and guilt-free. So,
And the service is amazing here too. So we have a couple things to go over besides just the restaurants here today. So we're going to talk again about the event that's coming up here that I'm like super excited
there is
about.
a super exciting event coming up. Yes, there is.
Yeah, we've got the first annual Brazos Valley Veterans Resource Fair and Claims Clinic coming. It's going to be on February 17th at the Brazos Center on Briarcrest between 12 and 5. And we're also going to have a blood drive bus out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So we're super duper excited about this. So we've got space for probably about 75 vendors. Ooh,
look at this. And now we're going to try coffee for y'all.
Protein coffee.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have I imagine that we're going to be full. We're have more people signing up every day.
Yeah.
We're going to have about 75 vendors there, and then we're going to have the Veterans Service Officers from Brazos County and the counties around us. So if you are having trouble with a claim, or if you have a claim that you need to get started, if you've got something bothering you, some health problem, and you need to file a claim for your benefits, you've got to get that going, because there are a lot of benefits that you get from having that disability claim. In different percentages, give you different benefits, but do it. You have earned the right. You've got the problem. You may as well get the benefits from that. So please do come down and get your claim filed so we can get you started on that. And also, all the vendors are going to be the services that are provided to vendors. We're not getting absolutely everyone, but 75 different agencies and companies and people who operate for the benefit of veterans are all going to be in one place.
So it is going to be a one-stop shop of all kinds of resources that veterans locally may not even know exist. Things that are available to them, resources, companies that are veteran focused. And like Sherri said, the veteran service officers are going to be there just for y'all. And again, unless you've talked to one of them recently, you may not know what your options are, and you don't know what you don't know. So it's really important to go talk to them and make sure that you are getting everything that you earned and everything that you're entitled to.
Absolutely. And what I've kind of discovered as I've gotten more into the veteran space is that there are so many services out there that I think it can feel kind of overwhelming, like it is for me.
Right.
To not know everything that's out there and where to go for this and where to go for that. So that's what we're trying to do, is get everybody all in one place so that you're aware of what's here in the Brazos Valley for you. We are going to have a program with all of the vendor names, and we'll be able to get you in contact with any of them after the event. So please do come down and grab one of those. We're going to be doing some presentations. Milynda and I are going to do a kind of buyer seminar, and she's going to talk about all the things there are to
your VA home loan. You haven't explored your VA home loan. Maybe even if you have used it and have questions or don't know some of the things about how awesome it is. I am going to be preaching the gospel of how awesome your VA loan benefit is.
Absolutely.
And Sherri will be talking about the steps of home buying.
Yeah. And we can even go over some credit repair things too. We can help you with that a little bit. We're going to be having a challenge a couple of weeks after the event to get real specific about credit repair and saving up and all the things to do to prepare yourself for buying a house. So be watching for that as well. But we'd really love to see you come to the event. We're so excited about it.
Yes.
So I think we've kind of covered that, and you're going to be seeing stuff all about the event in the days to come. It's 2.5 weeks away now. So it's time to get busy with my marketing, so you'll see it. So we've got some market updates as well for the Bryan College Station area. Yeah, so tell us what you've heard and what you think about what's going to happen with interest rates this year.
Interest rates. All right, kind of the current thinking on interest rates right now is, yes, we have a new administration. Yes, there's been a lot of changes recently. And yes, there can even potentially be changes to the Fed interest rate. That doesn't mean that mortgage rates are going to reflect that. It's really important to know, if the Fed cuts the interest rate, that does not mean that the mortgage rate automatically comes down.
Right.
Sometimes it goes up. It depends on a lot of things. So what we're saying right now is, do not expect rates to change for at least the first half of 2025.
Yep.
What you see is what you get. And it is definitely still a home buying environment, right? There are lots of tools in our toolkit to help you get into a home. If you are concerned about interest rates, do not let that be a barrier, all right? There's things that we can do. Also, any loan that you get right now is not going to be your forever loan. There's going to be a refinance in your future.
It's true.
And we will be able to help you with that. But I think Sherri will agree, the main thing is to get your foot in the door of homeownership and start gaining that property appreciation value.
Exactly. Homes will be cheaper today than they will be ever again, right?
That is more important.
They keep appreciating and going up in value. So it's better to buy now and then mess with your loan and your interest rate later on.
And everybody wants to say, marry the house and date the rate. But it's true. You do want to marry that house right now and start getting that property appreciation for yourself and not your landlord. It is more important than the rate.
Right. And, in some cases we can negotiate in some money back from the seller to buy down your interest rate a little bit. That's always an option, especially on new builds. A lot of the bigger builders are offering you a good amount of money back, and you can use that to buy your interest rates down. I'm closing on one in 2 weeks that has a 4.99 interest rate, and that's pretty amazing right now.
And you've got those options on homes just with regular individual sellers too. There are seller paid buy downs for those situations as well.
Yeah, which brings us to kind of what's going on in the market.
Yeah.
In Bryan right now, we've got 4.1 months of inventory. That's still towards a seller's market. It's kind of towards balanced. It's usually around 4 or less is a seller's market, 4, 5, 6 is a stable market, and above 6 is a buyer's market. So things are picking up in Bryan. Last month that number was a lot higher, so we're seeing a lot more transactions happening. We've got through the holiday season, the election's over, the president's in the house, and it's a new year. We've got the spring the spring busy season has already started. It starts in January basically, so things are really hopping.
And plenty of listings to look at.
Yeah, plenty of listings. At the end of December, that's the stats we have right now. The days on market was 126, but I'll bet you this next month it's less days
less.
on market because it's going to be picking up. Active listings were up almost 41% in December. This is in Bryan. The median sales price in Bryan was $299,450, and that's up almost 11% from a year earlier. So that tells us prices go up, right?
Yes, yes.
Last year was kind of a weird kind of market, and prices still appreciated.
Yeah. Even with rates, prices are still going up. There's not going to be a market crash the way some people are talking about.
Right. People have been talking about market crash since 2019, and it hasn't happened.
No.
Hasn't happened yet. Closed sales were down 6% in Bryan in December, but that makes sense because of the holidays and everything.
Yeah.
College Station has 2.9 months of inventory. That means it's still a seller's market in College Station. We are still kind of seeing some more negotiations in College Station, even though it is a seller's market.
Yeah.
That may or may not last as things get busier in the season and there's more people ready to make the move. That may be less ability to negotiate. Days on market in College Station are 101 for December. That's less than in Bryan. More things moved in College Station than in Bryan in December. Closed sales were up 43.2% in December in College Station, and they were down 6.2% in Bryan. Active listings are up 27.8% in College Station. The median price in College Station is $340,000 compared to $299,450 in Bryan. So,
and it's up as well.
up 8.7%. So everything's up. Yeah. So market's doing well. It's getting busy again. How's your thing going with your loans? I know how things are in my place, and I'm busy.
Yeah, lots of people out shopping. I think we're finally getting the message out that waiting isn't a good plan. It is what it is, and it's time to go out and get a home and get your equity locked in and start building your equity.
And it's really, the rates are between 6 and 7 now, right?
Exactly. We are down from our highs, and we are still historically at a really reasonable rate.
Yeah, it just seems high because the people recently saw 2 and 3%. But that was an anomaly. I really don't feel like that's ever going to happen again. Unless they make it happen on purpose for some reason.
So I
don't count on it.
Yes.
I think probably 5 will be the best that we get.
Right.
When things start settling down, when inflation goes down a little bit.
That's not on the horizon anytime soon.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit. So between 6 and 7 ain't that bad, really. You know, like Milynda says, historically, things have been as high as 18%, 19%. When was that back in the?
Talk to some people who were buying houses back in the 80s, and that will make your hair curl as far as what they were having to do.
Exactly. Yep. So 7% is higher than 3%. You just adjust your budget on the house, and you can still get into a house.
You can still get into
lots
a house.
of great options still.
Yeah.
So besides the resource fair and the challenge that Milynda and I are going to be doing, Milynda's also working on something that's going to be at the end of March. You want to tell them about the Stake Your Support?
Yes, Brazos Valley Cares is we're kind of an umbrella provider of services, a nonprofit for veterans. Our main fundraiser, it's like 90% of our budget, is coming up March 29th. That's a Saturday at the Brazos County Expo Center, called Stake Your Support, and that is a night of fun, of dancing, of great food, of whiskey, cigars, fundraising, raffles, live and silent auctions. It's just a great night for a great cause, and that funds our budget for doing emergent care for veterans in the Brazos Valley, as well as mental health services all year.
Yep. So we're collecting sponsorships for the fair that I'm putting on with the Brazos Valley Veteran Services Office, and Milynda is also collecting sponsorships.
Table sales
for her
are open. Yes, so we are absolutely gratefully accepting items for our silent auction, as well as we have table sponsorships open now too.
Yeah. So if supporting veterans is your jam, give us a call. We are definitely able to connect you with the right place. So I guess we will talk to you next time and let you know what's going on.
Bye-bye, y'all.